Okay guys, time to start the lean journey. This is a really basic lean concept. It's 5S. So it's sort, set in order, standardised, shine and sustain. So 5S is really useful for organising a workplace, whether it's tool boards, whether it's offices, office supplies, might be general office cleanliness, it could be your ute toolbox, it could be it can be applied to so many different areas. So what we've got is we've got an area where we need tools or a certain set of tools. So in the past we just had a toolbox here with a whole heap of different tools in it. It could be tools that we don't use, tools that were missing, so it was always a bit of a nightmare if something went wrong. So what we've got now is we've got this board and we've sorted what we need for this area. So we pulled everything out of this area and started from scratch. We did this shadow board, and so that we can keep everything in a nice order. So we're going to sort. So we're going to say what tools do we need in this area, and this is the dairy, so it's right next to the dairy. So what tools do we need to repair anything? And over time you will get to know what sort of tools you need. You should work on this with your staff if your staff are milking, because they'll know what tools they use regularly. So we've got sort, we've got set in order. So we're going to put them in an order that makes sense. So least used items up the top or further away from the workshop benches, say, and most used items towards where we're going to use them. So that's set in order. Standardise. So standardise, we want to have a standard on how we organise things. So what we've got is we've got labels. So we've got labels on these, all these tools. We could have a shadow drawn around each tool with a pencil, so that if you lose something you can rub the pencil out and just draw another one off your new item. We want to have colour coding, which some people are more visual. So we've got a blue outline on this tool board, and on all our tools, if you can see, we've got blue tape on all our tools. So if those tools are found elsewhere in the dairy, we know they belong to the dairy, so that they don't go wandering and end up down the shed or something. So before the end of milking, we make sure that all our tools are up on the board. So that's a standard. So we want to have this sort of standard for our workshop, for our office cupboards, all of that sort of thing. Fourth S is shine. So we make sure we keep all our tools shiny, clean, because the cleaner we keep our tools, the less likely they are to malfunction, the more likely we are to pick up any, say, blunt blades or ill-functioning tools. So that's the fourth one. Fifth one is sustain. So we try and sustain this system so that before milking starts, we make sure that these tools are back here, so that if we have a breakdown, we can replace the item or fix the item. So that's a basic 5S board. I'm going to take you down to the workshop and show you another example of 5S. Okay, so we're down at the workshop now, and you can see 5Sing here. So yellow, this is the yellow wall, so yellow stickers, yellow border. No labels on this one. We decided to use shadows instead. We just find it a bit more flexible down here because we have a bit of a habit of breaking tools. So we can just rub out our pencil shadows and then draw them back in when we get a tool that's slightly different shape. We can zip over here now to the other sort of tool wall. You can see a couple of spanners missing there in use, or I'll have to find them, won't I, to sustain my 5Sing. But as you can see, all laid out, all the spanners are labelled and sizes and sockets, and then we've got all the labels of our fastenings, fixtures, nails, screws, all of that sort of thing, little spare parts and pieces, and we've got some punches here and our socket sets, so all nice and easy to find. When we have a breakdown, there's nothing worse than chasing tools. So that's about it.